Hey, SKB family, how you doing? Luke here with you. You know, one of my first experiences living in Saskatchewan was driving in a whiteout blizzard. A really dumb decision I made. I was living in Estevan, pastoring there, and I had to get to Regina for a flight home for Christmas. And so I woke up the morning of my flight, packed my bags, got in my car, and noticed that it was snowing outside, which, again, isn't weird for being here in Saskatchewan in December. I didn't really think much about it, but got in the car, got on the highway, and as I was on the highway, I quickly realized this wasn't just a normal snow. This was intense snow. I remember driving and just having this wall of white in front of me, not being able to see more than a meter, meter and a half in front of my vehicle. And I was on this really unfamiliar highway. I'd been on it maybe once before this time. And so I wasn't familiar with the road, where it was going, the turns, the twists, all of that. And the experience I had was the white knuckle driving experience. My hands were firmly gripped on my steering wheel. They were not going anywhere. And I just remember the tension in my life and the fear I had as I was driving in really like this blinding condition. And that's really been our experience as leaders over the past year. We've been trying to lead the church through really this COVID whiteout. You know, we don't have a playbook. We never went to Bible school for leading ministry during a pandemic. That wasn't one of the classes I took. I don't think you did either. There was no like ministry in the pandemic book out before this happened. We were just trying to really figure out how to do ministry during a pandemic, during a lockdown, on the fly. And our vision wasn't one that was long term. Our vision was really like this week to week vision. It was just how can I make it the next Sunday? How can I get my video sermon uploaded? How can I get it on YouTube, on Facebook? How can I care for my people? Just week to week stuff. We had no idea what was coming long term. And I don't know about you, but what I found is I tried to plan long term. And it seemed like every time I did, I was confident when I started making those plans. And about a month or a month and a half out from when those plans were going to come to fruition, really the whole reality of COVID changed, and either we were locked down or we were no longer locked down, or there was more gathering restrictions on who you could have around you and how many people and all that. And so things just never worked out, which was incredibly frustrating. And I'm sure that was your experience too. But now we're coming to the season. I feel like I've said this before, so I'm not claiming to be a prophet, but I think we're coming to the season where we're seeing vaccinations increasing in our province. We're seeing the age group of people being eligible for vaccines lowering, it seems like, almost every few weeks. And the province keeps telling us that we're going to have more vaccines available to us. And so really what you hear the government saying, what you hear some of the government medical officials saying is by midsummer, late summer, things should be, fingers crossed, we're hoping things should be back to some bit of normal. All right, whatever that means, you can decide. But what I think when I hear that is ministry, the rhythms of ministry kind of back to normal. I think about, our small groups kind of back to normal. I think about our Sunday gatherings. They're still going to be different probably, but hopefully back to some normality. Like we're going to see people in seats. We're going to see hopefully less social distancing and maybe no more masking. Like who knows? But we see this kind of reality in the future. And the question that I've been asking, and I hope you've been asking this, is what does post-COVID ministry look like? What does ministry in this season leading up to post-COVID world look like? How do we prepare our churches and ourselves and our leaders for a post-COVID ministry? And I've been wrestling through that as a pastor at the Compass West. Our leadership team's been asking some of those questions. And really what I want to do is I want to invite you in on kind of my journey as I prepare for post-COVID ministry, and also other leaders' journeys. I'm going to be interviewing leaders from around our nation, around Canada, about what they're doing to prepare for post-COVID ministry. And hopefully as we talk through this and as I wrestle through this and share what I'm wrestling with you, we can learn together. We can learn about what we need to focus on, what we need to think through, and how we can be best equipped for post-COVID ministry. So that's the journey I'm going to be on, and I want to invite you to join me in it. And hopefully, like I said, we can grow together as leaders and navigate this crazy world we're in right now of COVID and navigate how we can best come out of it as churches and leaders. So I look forward to journeying with you and seeing what God's going to do in our churches and in our lives as we prepare to really shepherd and lead the church that we've been called to.